Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Survival Minecraft. And yep, we're starting up here on top of our ghast farm that we built last time. If we take a peek down there, we can see this is the thing we built last time, and it looks all nice with all the, what are those? Polished basalt down there and all the respawn anchors. It's looking really cool. But I have something in my inventory that I wanted to show you. In starting Operation clean up the end, delete the end, whatever you want to call it, I got a custom item texture for this carved pumpkin. So this is using Somie's item textures, which there'll be a link in the description if you want to look more of those, but there's a bunch of different options. You just rename a carved pumpkin at an anvil, and you can make these. And so this is the one that I've been using. It's just, it's a little halo here. It looks pretty nice. Today, though, I was hoping to do 2 more projects here in the nether, and then hopefully that should finish off the nether for a good while. We've been in here for a couple episodes, but there's not that many nether farms, so I'm hoping we can just burn through the rest of them. And so both of these farms I want to do would help with Project End. So why don't we go take a look in there and see how far we've gone. All right, from down here, it might not look that much, but I've actually been digging like a madman out here. Hello. Yeah, we have dug down this far. Look, we used to be way up there at the end portal. I've dug all the way down to here. And actually, I have, in the end, I put on a scoreboard, so you can see I have 73,767 in stone mined up there. And if I just go mine out a little bit, look at that, we're at 770 now. But one problem I keep running into is I keep having to eat these golden carrots a lot. And, you know, golden carrots are great for combat. You can see on the yellow bar how much it heals up. But compared to if we had... Oh, I only have golden carrots in here. If we had something like pork chops, that would be even better. Because you only need to eat 2 pork chops from 3 stamina compared to 3 golden carrots. So I really want to do one of those. That would cut down a lot of time and help a lot. So we gotta go find out a spot for making a hoglin farm. Alrighty, if we go through our portal down here in the basement, where I have my friends saved nice and safely down there. That's also where all my iron goes, but yeah, we are directly in a crimson forest, basically. And my wings on right, yep. And if we go this way a little bit, it goes quite a ways over here, and all the way through, and then it turns into warped forest over here, but this whole area over here, we'll be able to do something right on the roof. Why don't I go ahead and get started on that? It's, ouch, gonna be pretty simple, very easy to build, so here we go. Ouch. All right, here we are up here after building that thing, and I've spent the time AFK up here while editing that time lapse, so I'm not sure how much we have in here, but why don't we go and take a peek and see how much is down here. I put these shulker boxes here instead, so that I can just come here and pick one up. And, okay, not quite a full box yet, but I've only been here for like 30 minutes while I was doing that, so that's pretty good. This farm design is a mango design from, I don't know, a couple years ago whenever we first started it, but I've always liked this one because it's easy. You just build a big ol' little chute for the hogs like that, and you just build these platforms for them to stand on, and it's pretty easy. But yeah, there will be a link in the description if you want to check it out. I'll have to go find the video if I can. It's been a while. Now for our next farm, we actually have to go down to the basement of the nether. Whoa. Yeah, we have not built anything down here yet, but that is all about to change. This is actually my second, ouch. This is actually my second time doing this, and I'll show you why. So the farm that we're going to be doing is a wither skeleton farm, which we need a fortress to do, and luckily there's one right here, right next to us. And I thought this one would be fine, and as you can tell, I started putting buttons down because there's new spawning rules in 1.18. And basically what happens is the mobs in Soul Sand Valleys spawn at a higher rate inside fortresses. So I thought this would be a great spot. Now, in this place, there's actually a little bit of room over here of nether wastes that I've gone through. I've put down a bunch of buttons, and if we turn on minihud, you can see this is the spawn circle where we would be. And so it looks pretty good, and I thought those spawn rules applied to basalt deltas. They do not. If we just turn on hitboxes and take a look over here, I mean, look how many of these magma cubes there are. There's so many. So I'd have to go through and button all of this stuff too. And if you've ever run around in basalt deltas, you know they are the absolute worst. So annoying. So instead of that, I went looking around, and actually there's another fortress pretty close this way that's even better than that one, if you can believe it. Oh, ghasts are shooting at me. But yeah, straight through here, you can see there's this fortress right over here. Okay, check it out. This is the center crossroads right here. And if I run perimeter info, which is a carpet command, look at that, 225,000 spots. That's a whole lot of spots. Now, that's about 100,000 more than the other place, but what's different is that there's not a lot of actual places these things can spawn. Look how little space there is for other biomes. There's a little bit of crimson forest on this side right here. And then if we look over on this side, there is a very tiny, tiny, tiny portion of basalt deltas somewhere. Oh, right here. And then around the corner over here, there's a little bit more too, which I'm willing to suffer through this much. Why don't I go be really sad because I'm doing buttons again, but I'm gonna go button this thing like crazy. I never want to see a button ever again. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad. The doing this whole fortress took about 50 minutes or so. And then combined with the other one, God, I spent probably over 2 hours doing buttons, so I'm pretty tired of it. But that's our old crossroads over there. And I found this one right here. I don't know how I didn't see it earlier, but I'm going to move the farm out to this one. Because if we go take a look with minihud, that makes the Soul Sand Valley the only biome inside of the despawn sphere. So I don't have to do any more buttons. I can just do the farm right here. I'm sure you also saw, but when I was doing the buttons up here, things started getting pretty dicey because what I was explaining about how the mobs get pulled from outside the Soul Sand Valley into the Nether Fortress, this whole bridge was just covered in blazes. If we look at the mob cap right now, that top left number remembers the mob cap. Now, I have only buttoned the fortress, and there's only 6 mobs. That's the power of a Soul Sand Valley, baby. And this actually also works in a warped forest biome, so the blue one. So if you get a fortress in there, it'll work as well. Now that we're moving the farm over here, though, I have a little bit of digging to do. If I turn on, this is another minihud overlay. And this one is called, here, let me turn off my shaders. It's a little bit easier to see. This is called your structure bounding box. So this structure is actually where all of the Nether Fortress mobs would spawn. So for instance, right here, there's no spawns right here, but there would be spawns right down here. So these crossroads, I think it's pretty clear why you want to build your farm around here. You can see how big this box is compared to like these ones are skinny, or this one is a little bit smaller. So yeah, we want to dig out this whole red box, and then we got to get some piglins over here for the farm as well. So let's get to working on that. Well, I got it working, and as you can tell, I need to work on the collection system here. There's these stone swords, yeah, look at this thing. We are just completely full. Why don't I attempt to go through here, though, and see how many skulls we have. So let me just pull them in here. Are there any skulls in here? Nope. All right, how many skulls? 15 in that one. Oh my gosh, 19 in that one. So we got, what is that, 60 skulls. I was AFK for like 5 minutes or so. That's super, super good. Yeah, so we just have this really ugly drop chute right here. They just fall down. And then up here, it's pretty easy. You just make a bunch of platforms out of these soul sand with wither roses on them, and only wither skeletons can spawn up here. on top of wither roses. Now, if there is a spot that I missed, like this magma cream, there's gonna be cubes spawning. Is that one? Yeah, there's one right here I need to go and replace. But yeah, only wither skeletons spawn, and they just come down in here, and eventually they get lured by another piglin and fall down here. And right now they're just getting into decrammed, but yeah, I mean, this thing is pumping out, as you can tell. We got 60 skulls, so that's enough for 20 more beacons already. That's so nice. I think I'm going to worry about cleaning that up later, though. I've got 70 wither skulls here, so why don't we go fight the wither a bunch of times and just get stacked up on beacons for a little bit. Alright, I think that's going to call it, though. After we beat that wither a bunch of times, I went ahead and put beacon beams on all of these other beacons I had set up already out here. Yeah, if I turn my HUD back on, you can tell I got every single one of these beacons I set up last episode. They all have max tier 6 beacons. It is just 100% set up out here the whole time, so this is going to help so much. Anyways, if you made it this far, I do really appreciate it. I hope you liked the episode, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Goodbye.